Okay, so I decided to make this into two parts because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about when I say the supply orders and the ships that come after you to grind out the infamy. Uh, just a little side note, this is the dude, this is William Blackwood, the guy that gives you you can look at the smuggler pass, he'll give you the quests and stuff, but he does not stop talking. Don't talk to this man, just press the button if you want to look at the smuggler's pass, because he just talks and talks. And this is where you give him the heads. I've got 5 of them. I'm not going to want 5 of them on my ship for what I'm about to do, so I'm going to get rid of those quickly. And I'll show you here. You can just put them in the warehouse. Oops. You can just put them in the warehouse. Just like this. Boop. I got some other stuff here that I kind of want to not bring along with me. Okay, so another thing I didn't really talk about was a build that you can use. Right now, I'm loving the Sambuc. I think the Sambuc is hilarious. Its fire capabilities are peanuts crazy. So I'm using the Kalinikos Flame 3, fire long guns on both sides, Dardanelles on the back with the Termites 3 in the middle as my auxiliary. Purely because I'm a little bit closer range, I want to stack that ablaze effect, especially if I'm fighting groups of rogue ships, because anybody within 100 whatever meters radius of my ship, if I set another ship on fire, they all catch on fire. That's the passive of the ship, which is cool. And I'll just show you right here. I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Sambuc right now. The Sambuc is absolutely disgusting for PvE gameplay. It deals 5,000 burning damage when you apply the Ablaze effect to an enemy ship. Ablaze will be applied to enemies in a radius of 150 meters. And it increases your damage to ships with the Ablaze effect by 50%. That is insane. Okay? And if you're using all fire guns, the guy's on fire all the time anyway. And you're cranking out the damage. So I'll show you what I mean. And we're just going to go quickly. We're gonna accept one of these orders. We're gonna accept only a couple of them because you could go crazy and accept all of them. So we're gonna do the roving orders. They're the same. So you don't actually have to have a huge tip here that people. You don't actually have to have the White Skull rum, the Black Lotus opium, the Black Snuff on your ship. If you go to the necropolis, you can't fast travel there if you accept these. But you drive there, it'll be in your cargo, in your warehouse. And then you can sell it to him. So you don't actually have to have it on your ship. It saves you storage. It saves you weight on your ship. You don't have to worry about getting sunk with it. These ones, however, you do need to have it on your ship when you meet up with the ship that you're meeting, because it's not a land location. So you could go to the location right beside it. I can't remember what it's called. There's a fast travel location right beside the Southern Basin location here that you have to go to. You drive all the way there, go to the location beside it, pick up your stuff, then you can drive out to the ships and meet them. Okay, so we're going to do this one here. We're going to do Blue Lotus Opium. Now, I have all of the tabs unlocked and everything. I can create all of the contraband in both locations, so my screen might I might be a little bit further than some of you. I might be behind some of you, and that's okay. That is okay. So now that I've accepted these, I cannot fast travel. So what we're going to do now is we are going to grind out the Infamy. So we're going to throw down a mark here. We're just going to leave St. Anne's and we're going to cruise out this way. Now, you're not going to see me complete the whole mission. I just wanted to show you how quickly these dudes start coming after you. How quickly you can sink them with a fire build like the Sambuc. Now you can do the same thing with a brig build, right? You ram him, apply the flooding, apply your other, however you build your ship, you can build it however you want. But right now, this is a very, very high DPS. Boom, right there. See them? 2 of them. Right here. Now look what these guys have on their ship. Tobacco leaves, camphor, silver chest, and silver. Same thing. Sugarcane, frankincense, bitterball. This guy's got bitterballing. Like, so they're ships that you want to they're ships that you want to go after. Like, these are the guys that, what a terrible. Look how quickly the Ablaze stacks. Boom, Ablaze is stacked. They're both on fire. This guy's got no health. Dardanelle's gone. Smell you later, buddy. And there's 170 Infamy. times 2 in 10 seconds, brother. 10 seconds, brothers and sisters. And I'm like 2 seconds away from St. Anne's. Hey, you just go at your own leisurely pace. Have your guys sing you a song. Maybe. Or you could do what I've been doing and go out into the middle of the sea with these orders on. Find a storm. Make sure you got your heals and everything else, because this ship is a little bit less tanky than some of the other ones. But for group fights and when you're fighting a lot of different ships at once, this is just insane. It's just insane. Like you watched with those first 2 guys, like they were a non-factor, like complete. And look, I got that smuggler's mark already, but I was 935, but I sunk a couple ships. So now where are we at after I sunk those 2 ships? So now we're at 89 of 1,000. Now you do have to keep your head on a swivel. See, I drove past them by mistake. Now they were waiting there, but I don't know if they're waiting for somebody else. But I could go over there and go after them again. Why not? Because this is the whole point of you doing this. It's less about the pieces of 8 for me, and more about the infamy you get from shooting these ships. Because I could shoot like this dude right here if I wanted, right? I could shoot him, and I'm gonna get infamy and stuff from that. But he's not coming to me. He's not aggroing me unless I go up to him. They're not looking for me. The nice thing about the rogues is they're looking for you, right? And I don't know if you get as much, 50 infamy from that little guy, right? And I could go over here and then do the 170 times 2 again. Now, if you have all of those order quests accepted, you would be seeing like 4, 5, 6 of these rogue ships out here right now. I only accepted 2, so there's only 2 fleets coming after me. So, but I think you get what I'm saying. Like, it stacks. Like, this fleet is one of the 2 that's coming after me right now. Or maybe there's somebody else's. I don't know. They're kind of lackadaisical. Now, on this ship, I didn't talk about furniture. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, I wasn't even out of my magazine of the, like, goodbye. Goodbye. You do take a little bit of damage, you know, as you go, but there's another 140 or 240 infamy. And you only need 1,000. So what do I got to do that, like, 5 times? I've done it twice already. And, you know, you're well on your way to getting another smuggler point. Or getting another smuggler token from the smuggler pass. And I'm not even, like, I'm still 10,000 meters away, right? So, now, you can use this information and do with it as you please, right? You can go plunder forts till the end of time. You can do whatever you want. But the point is that the game doesn't really scream to you that infamy is actually what matters the most when it comes to getting points for your battle, for your smuggler's pass. Yes, the challenges are important, but when the challenges are locked behind the fact that you need to get 45 points to craft the bark. That's another thing I didn't touch on in the first video, was you get the ship by just purchasing battle pass tiers 45 times, and then you get the ship. It's its own thing, it's its own category. I probably should have picked all of the ships to come after me, because it's kind of like and I didn't eat any food or anything. But you get what I'm saying. You pick a bunch of rogue ship challenges for the order missions in the helm, where you're bringing the alcohol, the tobacco to a location. Just hang out. There's no timer. There's no nothing, and you wait for these guys to come after you. They'll come to you. You'll see them along the way. You could also increase your infamy by sinking everything between point A and point B, like this poor soul right here. You know, his loot is whatever, but you know, you get 50 infamy from sinking him, and he's in my way, right? I'm going over here to sink these guys, but he's in my way. That's another 50 infamy. I don't know. I think this is the best way that I have seen for people. See, there's both fleets are coming after me now. When you multiply that, like, this is 2 quests I've accepted. It gets a little dicey when you've got 4 sharpshooters trying to get you. It is a little bit dangerous. You will lose HP, you will burn through heals, and stuff like that if you're doing this, but I think this is the quickest and best way to, like, that's just insane. Like, you could do this to players too, by the way. Also, I will show you quickly though, even just the long gun stack for the fire is insane. Like, I'm hitting him in the sails. And these guys aren't that hard to fight, right? Like, they hurt when you let them hit you, and when you don't shoot. See, that's why I'm shooting the little guy first, because the little guy hurts more than the big guy. He's a sharpshooter. I think there are some, like, he's using the torpedoes. Whatever, buddy. Like, you know what I mean? The torpedoes are good against bosses and stuff, but the second somebody's moving around, it's just not a great thing. They're good against the pest if you want to stack the flooding. They're good against, they're good against the big guys that are slower, you know, especially Rama's Legacy ones, because you get more damage done per torpedo, per salvo hit, like, that you hit, if that makes sense. Like, you shoot 4 torpedoes, the first one hits for 1,500, but if you hit the second one, it hits for 2. If you hit the third one, it hits for like 3. The fourth one hits for like 4 or 5,000. That kind of scaling for those. So what have I been doing this? Not for very long. And where are we at here? We're at 245. We're already, like, you know, a fifth of the way there. And, like, what did I do? I made it, you know, 3,000 meters to the objective. Now, you could multiply what I'm doing right here by like 4 if you wanted. If you want to take on that many, if you're with your buddies, this is a great way. If you're group play, this is a great way to get Infamy. You all accept a bunch of orders, and then you all go on the same mission. You fight as a group, and you just bring absolute destruction to the rogues across the seas. And then once you're ready, once you're done, you could go turn in your order in the direction that I'm heading over here for pieces of 8 at the end. You know, and I emptied out my stuff, but for those 6 ships that I killed so far, whatever it was, 35 tobacco leaves, 20 juniper berries, 17 sugarcane, 37 poppy, you know, 6 silver chests, uncut rubies, a little bit of ammo, a little bit of heals here and there, you know. This is the way. I think this is the way. But it gives you variety for things to do, right? Because it's all about the infamy. That's all it's about. The challenges are important too. Yes, they'll give you big chunks. But if you wanna go, actually, if you sit here and do this for an hour, you will see results, friends. You will see results. But I think I'm gonna cut it here. You get the point. I accepted 2 order quests. You could accept all 6 or all 8 and have an absolute war out here. There's about 4 ships that are coming after me. You add another one, it'll be 6. You add another order, it'll be 8. I think that's how it goes. So be careful with that. But if you're a good player and you know you're a good player and you got a good build, that's what you want to do. You want to crank out the. Yeah. So these are my furniture right now. You don't have to run La Potence for this. Long gun, because I'm running fire. That's for the elemental. Munitions mixer and gunpowder bench. So basically, I do extra damage to ships that are ablaze by like 10%, and I think I apply blaze faster with this build. You could swap out the La Potence for whatever you want, but this is pretty broken right now. It's pretty disgusting. Okay, so there's the build. And I got Black Prince on, I think. But you could switch that out too for Royal Custodian. Both are good. If you use a lot of small heals, Royal Custodian might be better for you. Who knows? There's variety here. Alright, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. Mook out.